What's good, y'all? ID Rich, East Coast Connect. You know, I'm here to talk about Freddie Gibbs and Benny the Butcher beef. That's stirring up. This something right here. I kind of see it coming. I seen it coming for a while back, probably like a year ago. And now it's like really like it's in forefront. It's known. Benny and Freddie Gibbs let it been known right now that hey, we not fucking with each other. Freddie Gibbs just recently said, keep my name out your mouth. And you can see the clip. He said it somewhere along lines like that. After Benny just had an interview with Ebron saying that him and Benny, fans would love to have a Benny the Butcher and Freddie Gibbs album, but that's not going to happen. He sound pretty sure that's not going to happen. And, you know, just recently, not a day or two on Twitter, Benny said some stuff like on Subliminal stuff on Twitter. And same thing for Freddie Gibbs. And live that Benny on Arizona concert said something in the live audience that Freddie begged to get on the album with him, like begged to do an album with him, and now he talking shit. So this is like I feel it's like a really like who's better type of beef. Like it's not really no street beef, even though you know you dated back when Freddie Gibbs, I feel the beef really started, but I felt it was kind of stuff before that. But when Freddie Gibbs was on Twitter and he laughed at the situation Benny getting robbed and shot in LA, and he also said Benny did his last tour that I don't see no Houston date. And he laughed at that. And so with stuff like that, you know. I know you can see that probably started something up like, yo, I can't fuck with you, funny dude. And Freddie Gibbs, his personality is a trolling personality. I fuck with his music. I always fuck with Freddie Gibbs' music, all the way date back to his Jeezy days, and after Jeezy, he's a dope artist. And same thing for Benny Butcher. I fuck with Benny Butcher. I'm from Rochester, New York, from Buffalo, hour away. They both came out at the same time. They both became local hits, but Freddie Gibbs, I mean, I'm not talking about came out like mainstream. I'm talking about like rapping wise, but Freddie Gibbs, as far as mainstream, being on freshman cover, of course he had a Jeezy signing that helped him get a boost early in his career, way earlier before Benny actually got that boost with Griselda. Kind of late in their age, but still in their prime actually. And Gibbs is in his prime too. They both in their prime. I believe they in the same age. So I fuck with them both. And it was dope that Frank Lucas, that's why they did, like Freddie Gibbs got tracks with Westside Gunn and Conway and Benny, and Fredo was Grammy nominated. So that's what started. Like, I feel like it really started when it's like, when Freddie Gibbs got that Grammy nominated, I feel Freddie probably like, you know, I'm hot shit, in which he is the shit. And Benny, he posted something up, I don't know, it was after the nomination, around the time, he says, crazy that artists, need want help they craft, or still like from their pen, but use it for competition. And when I seen that, it was like a story. When I seen that and heard about that, seen it, I didn't know exactly who he was talking about, but it had to be somebody that's like you just recently worked with, son. And after now, it's like plain and simple. I think it's Freddie Gibbs, and I think like it's somewhat with the connection with Alchemist. You know, they got the Alchemist connection. Alchemist with Alfredo and Benny did a couple of tracks, do a lot of tracks with Griselda, Alchemist, and you know they got that connection. They mess with the same producer. They mess with same people they rap with, and I think that's like. That was like, it's kind of like an ego thing going on between them two. That's like, there's no point for us to work, you know. It's a personality, like a personality thing. You that type of dude, I'm this type of dude. And I was at the just recently a Benny show in Atlanta in October, and Benny brought out Jeezy. And when he brought out Jeezy in October, in my head, I was like, yeah, I think this Freddie Gibbs and Benny ain't, like, this some real shit. Like, they ain't fucking with each other. And now it's plain and simple now. They ain't fucking with each other. And right as of right now. And it'll be dope if they ever fucking, you know, squash this beef and they do, like, Freddie Gibbs, plane ticket with Benny and Frank Lucas. That would be crazy live show. But it's looking like it's not happening no time soon. And I see Subliminal that Benny laughed at Freddie Gibbs too when, you know, the Jim Jones situation. So that's another thing that I was like, okay, yeah, they definitely going back and forth with this Twitter back and forth. And you see El Camino said some shit, never even heard of this nigga. It went for Benny and shit. So I think it's not even just Benny. I think Freddie Gibbs is beefing with the whole Griselda. Because if you listen to the Raw Oyster track with Conway, and this probably like a year ago, a year or two, I forgot what album was. But I know it's more than a year. That he said some things like, you know, like rappers said you help him rap again, and y'all ranking albums higher than ours, and they was influenced by us. He said something along the line, and I think, you know, I was saying like he probably talking about that Alfredo Grime nominated, because when that Alfredo shit dropped, not gonna lie, that's a classic hit. But in my opinion, you know, Benny and Conway, they was on Royce joint, and they was on Alfredo. They were both Grammy nominated. And Westside Gun played for Paris that year, and I thought that shit could have been nominated, but it wasn't. So, you know, it's somewhat fluent, it's somewhat, I think, hidden that niggas don't want Griselda to be up. But yeah, this beef is stirring up. It's probably nothing crazy. And another thing that you can note, that on the side note, that in Rochester, New York, May 14th, Griselda got a show. And in Buffalo, New York, May 14th, Freddie Gibbs got a show. And they only an hour away. That ain't nothing. That's just a hop in the car and back and forth. That ain't nothing if you from around that way. So that's gonna be interesting how that play out. Yeah, just let me know what y'all think about this Freddie Gibbs and Benny beef. You think I'm stretching with this? Is he beefing with the whole Griselda? I'm tweaking what I'm thinking, because this is something Ben was saying like a while back. Like, these guys is beefing. You follow me on Twitter. If you look at my past Twitter, I said not too long ago that, hey, Freddie Gibbs need to chill out, like, with this, like, you need to chill out with everything, you know. But let me know what y'all think with this. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.